what is like the I don't want to say the minimal viable product, but it's like if I want to get into Twitch and get going and stuff, like what is your advice to people like, and does it translate, like if I'm not necessarily trying to just like I don't want to make it a big sales thing, like I really genuinely want to like talk about like this is the cool stuff we do. I'm not trying to sell you anything. Like if you're into it, hey, that's great. But I like the interaction because I want feedback and I want people saying like, have you thought of that and all that. Like, is that right for business? And like, what do I need to do to get started? Just
I would say it's more right for business than it's wrong for business. Ultimately, uh, and you've already identified that YouTube has got a different type of approach to live video. They're constantly adjusting, but I'll come back to saying this again and again and again. On YouTube, live is just a feature, whereas on Twitch, it is the feature. And that's important because of the culture on YouTube. Forget YouTube team. Forget Google, who's never been able to figure out social media at all. I'm not talking about the successes of creators who edit video. I'm talking about successes of creators who do live video. And you're going to find that it's despite the hurdles on Twitch, the barriers to entry, to growing, and to generating attention and community and flow is much more rapid on Twitch than it is on YouTube, because YouTube's got a completely different quote unquote algorithm, a completely different approach to that. It's not optimized for community. Twitch is. Now they could add the feature at some point in the future. I'm sure they might and will, but it's still trudging through the muck to achieve an outcome that you could have achieved almost day one on Twitch. To give you an example, you know, when someone who's watched the things that I've done and is potentially involved in the same community and has shown up in chat, and they say, hey, I'm thinking about streaming. I'm like, great, let me know. I would love to raid you or support you in any way, because that way you're not starting with just like two people watching, like your mom and your family, and you've got a group of people in the community, right? I don't think my mom tunes in. My in-laws have tuned in, and sometimes my wife will like be listening in the background, so I've got to be careful what I say. She's got her earbuds in, and
listening.
yeah, kind of. That's, you never know who's listening. It's like just add water, and you almost have instant community. Now, that is an opportunity you have on Twitch, which gives you enough energy to get started and to keep going. When you're talking about contextualizing what you're doing on the stream within a business, keep in mind why you might be broadcasting. If it's broadcasting to sell, no one's going to tune into a commercial because you're not the Super Bowl. If you're focused on the people, and the people who join, and for whatever reason they're joining, and that interactivity, it's a win. And everything else is just going to kind of be not the runoff, but it's secondary. And your business and your sales are going to be secondary to that engagement. And I think coming back to that as the focus, don't look at it as it's definitely not a loss leader. The time that you're spending answering questions and engaging with customers, that's customer retention, that's customer acquisition. These are high costs, right? Forget running an ad at the back of Popular Mechanics, right? Those days are long gone. You could tweet to your heart's content. No one's gonna look. No one's gonna watch. You could throw a video onto YouTube and you're playing the SEO game. Like you can't, you can't, you can do that, but you can't put all your eggs in that basket, because time is precious, and because it's easier to run something live to tape and you don't have to edit afterwards. This is the reason why pretty much every video I've done, I've done live, because it's just it's the energy I'm putting into something. Then I also have an output, and my output is that I could take a clip, I could easily put it onto Twitch, or sorry, Twitter.
So you can.
Oh yeah.
So how do I get those tasty nugs when they every once in a while something golden comes out?
Yeah.
And it's like, obviously I can't be like, oh, go watch the 2 hours of me
No,
ranting.
no.
It's like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need the TLDR.
Yeah, you can clip it out, and you can do this on YouTube as well. So I don't want to take away from that feature on YouTube, but I'm saying you could clip something out of our live video and be done with it. You could press a recording button and just if you know this is going to be a good question, you can. What I've done in the middle of this question is I pressed start recording. And so I'm answering the question, and I'm recording the video, and when I'm done answering the question, I'll press stop recording, and I'll have a video clip that I can put onto YouTube. So I know ahead of time this is going to be something that I can address with you, but also potentially a bigger audience. So you're effectively building your strategy with SEO with videos that you don't have to edit, you don't have to tweak. You've got it in the can, and it's just a matter of processing and facilitating. And that's it's child's play at that point because you've done the heavy lifting. There are other optimizations you have to do on YouTube. This is where I kind of go to Twitch. On YouTube, you can't just worry about the video and the right title and the right description. You got to worry about thumbnail. You got to worry about time of day. You got to worry about that. The thing you got to worry about Twitch is showing up. You're the algorithm. You are the algorithm. You are the discovery vehicle. And so it's all about connecting with other people, connecting with your community, supporting that community, engaging with that community. You get much further along with the time you spend with other people, whether it's your chat or somebody else's on Twitch, than you ever will on YouTube. And I don't know, I got to be careful saying you ever will. My belief is that it's never going to happen the same way with the way that YouTube's implemented live, compared to the way that Twitch has. So it's not just what you're doing with your community. It's about joining when someone else is streaming when you can, when you have that opportunity, when there's when you're thinking about the things that you're doing. You could have a stream going on Twitch, but maybe you're doing stuff in the background. You can't be unattended that I know of on Twitch. YouTube, I don't know what the rules of engagement are with that, but you could have something happening, and the community might just be watching you print another part or watching things drop off the wall as they're printing off that belt. Like you have so much opportunity to create conversation that you're never going to see by posting a tweet, that you're never going to see from posting a video on YouTube. This is why I've always been very bullish about using Twitch, and I'm more than happy to spend time with creators who are looking for a live video strategy with their business, not just as their business, but with their business, because there's a way to make what you do fit. Live video can work for so many businesses. It's shocking that they haven't adopted it yet.
It really is, and I realize that because every time I just put an iota of effort into doing something, it pays just in awareness, right? And like I said, I'm not like act now and I'll give you a coupon code. It's not about that for me. It's one, it feeds my energy to some extent, and two, it's just like, hey, I'm doing something cool, but I just don't like. I can very easily walk in here with my phone and be like, hey, check this out. Like, here's some stuff rolling off, and this is why we did it this way, and that's great. I didn't even know you could do the clip thing, and like Liz is showing, she's got a little thing on how to make small clips, and Mr. Certainly, saying like work smarter, not harder. I'm a huge advocate for that. I have limited time and energy. So, to me, this makes a lot of sense, and I just need to do it. Yeah. A lot of people are saying, just be consistent.
Consistency is key. Learn as you go. Listen to advice. You don't have to follow all the advice. But, when I talked to you earlier when we were doing the test and you had I'm going to say it, crappy webcam, like 99% of the planet, I told you, get Reincubate Camo, Windows and Mac, Android and iOS, and you've upgraded the quality of your camera by using the smartphone you already had. And you took the advice, which was great, but you saw the difference to the point where I guarantee you're going to be using this camera like indefinitely. So you may not have that at the beginning, but you just learn as you go. You upgrade your audio, you upgrade your camera and the light, but there's no time to waste, because you never know when you've lost that opportunity by not starting now.